Okay, today on Demon of the Week we are going to have a look at Samael. So let's get into that one. Welcome to my channel. You are entering the world of magic and mysticism with your host, Lee W. Johnson. Keep the lights on and help improve the channel by becoming a supporter for just $2.99 per month. Hit the join button. Okay, Samael, firstly some of the correspondences. So direction usually noted as being south. However, I would personally place Samael in the midwinter position on the compass round, which would therefore be in the north, in the northern hemisphere, in the south in the southern hemisphere. Planets related would be Mars and apparently Pluto. Metal, iron, element, fire. I would actually say air myself. Colours, black and white, representing the dead. That's the whole reason why I would place Samael in the midwinter position anyway. But some people work with red, silver, orange, grey, blue and purple. Incense is dragon's blood, patchouli, rue, hellebore, amber, sandalwood, copal and turmeric. So, a rather prominent figure in Jewish tradition, Samael emerges from the Amoraic period as a significant name for Satan or Shaitan. He first appears in the Ethiopic Book of Enoch 6 among the leaders of the angels who rebelled against God, with Greek variations of his name such as Samain and Samael. In Gnostic sects, like the Ophites, Samael is associated with the snake and sometimes paired with Michael or Michael as a double name. The Ascension of Isaiah depicts Samael alongside Beliar as synonyms for Satan. His name, which means venom of God or poison of God in Hebrew, reflects his complex nature. As a quick side note, it may be the Greek name Samain that some have confused with the Gaelic name of the festival of Samhain, as some people still insist that it is an evil holiday that celebrates the god Samhain. Unfortunately for them, no such god exists. Right, back to Samael then. So, a significant figure in the Talmudic and post-Talmudic law. He is depicted as an archangel fulfilling various roles such as the accuser, seducer, and destroying angel, although he is not necessarily considered evil, as his actions are believed to result in overall good, such as the destruction of sinners. According to some Jewish texts, Samael is identified as the angel of death, responsible for separating the soul from the body at the moment of death. In this role, he is often portrayed as a fearsome and relentless figure, carrying out the will of divine judgment with impartiality and severity. However, Samael is also seen as a guardian and protector, watching over humanity and guiding souls on their spiritual journey. Magical literature and practical Kabbalah feature conjurations of Samael, particularly in Spain during the 15th century. And it was Isaac Luria, who founded Lurianic Kabbalah, introduced the practice of not pronouncing Satan's name directly, which led to the widespread use of Samek Mem as a euphemism. Interesting little tidbit. In mystical traditions, Samael takes on different forms and attributes, reflecting the diversity of religious beliefs and spiritual practices. In Gnostic cosmology, for example, Samael is sometimes equated with the Demiurge, the creator god, who fashions the material world but remains ignorant of the higher spiritual realms. In this context, Samael represents the forces of limitation and ignorance that bind humanity to the cycle of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. In the Quranic retelling of the story of Exodus, a figure called Samiri is blamed for tempting the Hebrews into worshipping the golden calf. Some scholars propose that Samiri is a corruption of the Talmudic accuser angel Samael, suggesting a connection between the two figures across religious traditions. The symbolism surrounding Samael is varied, drawing upon a wide range of cultural and religious symbolism. In some traditions, he is associated with the serpent, a symbol of wisdom, temptation, and spiritual awakening. This connection to the serpent echoes the story of the Garden of Eden, where the serpent tempts Adam and Eve with knowledge of good and evil, leading to their expulsion from paradise. Interestingly enough, in some mythologies, Lilith, Samael's wife, is associated with the serpent upon the tree. Additionally, Samael is believed to be the father of Cain. For some, Samael is also linked to the figure of Lucifer, the fallen angel, who rebels against divine authority and seeks to overthrow the established order. In this context, Samael represents the spirit of rebellion and defiance, challenging the status quo and inspiring individuals to question conventional wisdom and authority. I say for some because this is not something I personally associate with Samael, as it is, or it has, a very definite Christian overtone to it. And I see Samael and Lucifer as being very different entities, and Lucifer to not have been one of the said fallen angels to begin with in the first place. In some esoteric traditions, he is associated with, Samael that is associated with the planet Mars and considered the angel of Tuesday and the element of fire, symbolizing courage, passion, and the warrior spirit. As the angel of death, Samael is also seen as a harbinger of transformation and renewal, guiding souls through the cycle of death and rebirth towards spiritual liberation. In modern demonolatry, Samael symbolizes transformation, acting as a guide for spiritual evolution. He represents the threshold between consciousness and the subconscious, initiating practitioners into inner exploration and healing. Samael's symbolism emphasizes embracing challenges, finding balance, and integrating light and darkness within oneself. He guides seekers in occult knowledge and encourages the pursuit of mystical wisdom. Beyond religious and mythological contexts, Samael embodies a psychological archetype that resonates with aspects of the human psyche. This also comes into play within magic and spirituality nowadays, also quite a big part actually, because he represents the shadow self. The darker aspects of human consciousness that are often repressed or denied. Exploring Samael's symbolism from a psychological perspective delves into the complexities of human nature, confronting the shadow self and integrating its transformative potential for personal growth and self-discovery. Overall, Samael inspires individuals to confront their shadows, embrace change, and awaken their divine potential. In modern times, the figure of Samael continues to inspire artists, writers, and spiritual seekers who draw upon his mythology and symbolism to explore themes of mortality, redemption, and the nature of existence. In literature and popular culture, Samael appears in various guises, from the brooding anti-hero to the embodiment of pure evil. As you can see, Samael is an extremely diverse figure in various mythologies and well worth more exploration. All right. So that's Samael, or a brief look at Samael anyway. Definitely one that, I don't really see a lot of people talking about Samael too often. There are a large number of dedicants to Samael, but You know, amongst the message boards and the groups and, you know, the online groups and things like that, don't usually see a lot of mention of Samael. It's usually focused around Asmodeus, Lucifer, such spirits like that. But Samael seems to be a little bit more abstract, I'd say. I'm sure there are a lot of people watching this who are dedicated to Samael. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Let us know your experiences. Okay, so that's it for Samael and for Demon of the Week for this week. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one for now. Bye-bye.